Oh, sorry to bother you on a miserable Tuesday today. I cannot control the music being played. It is the radio on my television, so I do not own the music played, and I am not copywriting. It's not, yeah, it's not helped. It's the radio. I need it on because I get distracted too easily, and I forgot to turn it off, being honest. Anyway, we are doing waterproof makeup. Why? Because I need to bleach my and wash my hair, and then I need to dye it. So we are putting some waterproof makeup stuff through the test today. So we're going to be using, it's a little bit dark for me right now because I don't have the lighter version. I literally only use this when I have a tan, so it's going to be a little bit darker. But it's gonna be okay because we're gonna blend, we're gonna work our magic like we always do, and we're gonna get it looking beautiful. But before we do that, we need some serum. So this is, it's not serum, primer. So this is the illuminating primer, and it starts out looking like colour. But once you get it on your skin, it's actually, you can hold my oxygen for me. Thank you, darling. You can see it just blends into nothing. A little bit goes a long way, which I love. So now we're going to start, should get another one of these actually. More than enough. And we are going to use the wrong one. There we go. We're going to use the sponge, but this time we are using some rose water on it as well. This helps set it as you use it, as well as making it a good base all at the same time. I told you it's going to look a little bit dark, but it won't be too bad once it's all on and it's all blended in properly. I'm not putting my tan on until tomorrow because I want my hair sorted first, and my hair is going to sort most of everything else after my hair, because obviously you need your hair done first, otherwise it just wipes the tan off. So as you blend it in, it's not as bad, but you just gotta keep going at it. I'm not trying to be Donald Trump here either, so I am blending it a little bit more than I need to, because I don't want to be orange. However, this is waterproof makeup, and you will notice the reason why I decided to use this specific one is because I've been in a hot tub with this on before now, and it still stayed on. Like I said, it will be a little bit too dark for me today. We come tomorrow, it'll work lovely. You just gotta over blend it a little bit just because it is a bit too dark for me. So it's a thinner coat than what it would normally be, even though it's a BB cream. It is, these aren't spots, by the way, these are my piercings. They just don't have the heads on, or the balls on, or whatever you want to call them. You can see, even though it's BB cream, it's covered the spots quite well. There was two this side, you can kind of see them. So you just give them an extra coat, but let's just finish doing this first. A bit more. And what's great is this stuff is buildable, so I can go over on the spots and just get them covered, as well as bringing it down my face so you can see, and just blending it back in. just going over where I blended it a bit too much, and then just layering it up on the spots. And considering this is just a BB cream, SPF 30, and it is waterproof and sweatproof, perfect for the gym. There we go. So you can see it is a little bit orange on me. However, it's covered quite nicely for a BB cream. In my opinion, I don't think any BB cream has covered this much. I need to put my oxygen on because I can't breathe, so I'll take that back from you. So, okay, so we're using the cream bronze foundation, the bronze. I love this as a bronzer, especially since my perimenopause. This has just really been so nice to use as a bronzer because it's so creamy. It's not leaving my skin all itchy afterwards, like powder does at the moment. And then these are the cream all-in-one colour sticks. You can use them as bronzers. There's shades for bronzers, there's shades for blushers, there's shades for highlights, and you can use them on your lips and on your eyes as well. But I just use it on my cheeks, and I will put a coat on my lip. But I'm using a slightly different ingredient on my eyes. I'm using the colour sticks in baby pink, and then I'm just going to add some purple colour to it. Using this as a full-on base like this, it means that the powder sticks to it a little better, just like a primer, but just without the extra step. And then we're using the Unique Beloved palette, and we are going to just use a normal brush, and we're going to pick up the purple, and we're just going to go on the outer corner across here as a bit of like an eyeliner effect across here. you go. There we go. And then I don't have my Quadra with me, so I'm just going to use the Twisted mascara. My Quadra's down there somewhere. I dropped it. I'm honest. So I'm going to use the Twisted. I need to do a better job on my eyeshadow actually. I didn't notice how bad that was. So you start with a little brush to get all those little lashes. And then get the normal brush. Right, let's sort these eyeshadows out because that's going to drive me insane. Wrong colour. Okay. There we go. Let me just get the blending brush. Just blend that out. Yeah. There we go. And we'll use the 10 Hour Lip Wear Lippy in a nice colour. This is matte liquid lipstick, 10 Hour Wear. What I love about this is the angles of the brush. So like you can see it's got like a curve here to do the bottom lip perfectly, and then you've got a point at the other end to do your Cupid's bow just perfectly. So that is me done, and now I'm going to do my hair. Okay, so I've bleached my hair, I have toned my hair, which means I've washed my hair twice, just the bleach, and my makeup, apart from a bit on my forehead, is still pretty much perfect. So if you're watching this on the first video with the attachment of the fact I've just done my makeup, then that's this one sorted. However, this video is for 2 videos, so for those who are watching my hairdressing disaster / normal routine, this is what it looks like. I have got a couple of patches that should have left a bit more bleach on. It's just where I didn't want to cross-contaminate the overlap. You know, I wanted to do the roots and I didn't quite want to overlap too much until the last kind of 10 minutes, which is why all of this is bright blonde. And then the roots are obviously a little bit darker, but once you check the colour on it, it'll literally look like highlights. This bit, it's not going to be as noticeable because, like I said, I am getting threads, you know, with the really thin, sort of like this, but like it'll be down to here, extensions sort of thing. So it won't be as noticeable. And plus, once the dye is on, it usually kind of alters out any of that brassiness and it just makes a nice blonde. That's what usually happens. So this is a different brand to what I normally use. However, I have used this brand before, so I know it's okay. Going back to the makeup, I mean, this eye is perfect. This eye, like I said, I couldn't find my Quadra mascara, so I had to use my Twisted. So when I got water in this eye by accident, I've kind of like smudged it under my eye a little bit. I have eaten food, so my lippy has come off. However, you can see my foundation is still on. My bronzer is still on. My eyeshadow is all still on, which is perfect. It's just a little bit here that you can kind of see is there, but it's not quite there. That is where I've been washing it off and getting it wet. I have been sweating as well because, well, I'm diabetic. I have hot flushes because I'm perimenopausal. So a little bit of it has come off through those reasons. So I will see you in part 2. Well, girls, this video is for 2 different videos, so you've got to watch them all. So today at 1 o'clock, I put my makeup on. Most of it is still on. I've got a little under my eye because I couldn't find my Quadra. I had to use my Twisted, which isn't waterproof, but everything else that I used is all Younique makeup and it stayed on pretty well except for my forehead. I have been having hot flushes, but also I bleached my hair, washed my hair, toned my hair, washed my hair, coloured my hair, washed my hair, and then dried it. So, big reveal. That is my hair now. Exactly how I wanted it. A little bit brassy on the roots, but honestly, once the threads go in, no one's really going to notice. Give it a couple of weeks and that'll just fade down nicely anyway, so not too worried. However, the makeup has stayed on perfectly and the colour is consistent all the way around. Even this dark patch that we had after the bleach has kind of faded into just one colour. There's no like dark line that you can see that was there. It's all nice, like I told you it would be.